Welcome comrades. This video we're going to be learning about drawing in 2-point perspective. In the last video I did a 1-point, and in future videos I'll also cover a 3-point perspective. A few areas you need to learn about in a 2-point perspective. First is the horizon line. The horizon line can often be confused with the ground and the sky, but is not always the case. The horizon line is actually your line of sight, and so the way that you look at the horizon line is if you put your hand straight out in front of you on a level plane and look straight ahead, that is where your horizon line is. If you are sitting down or if you're on a higher elevation, your horizon line is going to be different. So that is the first thing to keep in mind. Now the other two areas kind of go together, and that is the 2-point perspective, which means there are two planes of an object facing you. And the other part of that is the two vanishing points. So the two planes are going to be facing you, and then they're going to point toward those two vanishing points on the horizon line. So in order to better illustrate this, let's go ahead and draw a cube with a 2-point perspective. And what I have over here is Procreate on the iPad, and it has a built-in perspective tool. You can also use a ruler if you want to draw the grid lines yourself. If you go up to the wrench and then turn on drawing guide and then do edit drawing guide, you will have the perspective tool down here. And now what I'm going to do first is tap once and I will get the first point of perspective. And then and also the horizon line. And if I tap again, I'll get a second point of perspective. Now you can change these to a vertical horizon line and a different incline, but I'm going to save that for another video. For now, let's keep it simple and just make a horizontal horizon line. And then also, you can change the width of that, but we're also going to keep that pretty simple for this demonstration. So about like this. One more thing I did not mention is there is the assisted drawing tool. You can turn that on, and what that does is it will essentially work like a ruler where it will draw on the vanishing point lines for you. And so that way you can stay easily in perspective. So now I'm going to draw a cube on the horizon line with two planes facing me. So first I'll draw a straight line down the middle, and then we'll draw both planes facing the vanishing point and then close that. So that's essentially what a object looks like in 2-point perspective. Now, to better understand the vanishing points, what we can do is first take this plane and go to the horizon line, this plane to this horizon line. You can see that those converge. Same thing with this plane. Those converge at the vanishing point. And then let's go ahead and draw a dotted line here. So we can kind of imagine what the backside of this cube looks like if it were transparent. And you could see that those edges or planes of the bottom of the cube also converge to the vanishing point. Same thing here. We will draw the dotted line to kind of represent the edge of that cube, and then the vanishing point, and then also back here, back to that vanishing point. So here's the bottom plane, here's the top plane, and both of those go back to each one of the vanishing points. So essentially that is a simple version of perspective. Now you can do a lot more things with it, moving it around. Now if you're going to move it outside of this horizon line, if you say move it down, then you start getting into 3-point perspective. And if you move it too far out to the cone of vision, then you start to get distortion. So a couple other things to keep in mind. All right, that's going to wrap it up for this video of the 2-point perspective. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss on the next videos. I'm going to be talking about 3-point perspective, and then I'm going to go into more depth as we get into foreshortening and using this perspective fundamental. Thank you for watching, and I can't wait to share more with you. I'll see you in the next video. See you next time.